Before we jump into today's powerful and practical English session, let's take just a second to remind ourselves why we're here. If you're serious about learning English in a fun, simple, and effective way, you're in the right place. Make sure you subscribe to our channel, hit that little bell so you never miss a lesson, and if you find this video helpful, drop a like right now. It really helps our channel grow and lets us keep making these free lessons every single day. Now, let's talk about something many people ask all the time. Can someone really learn English in just 12 minutes a day? Well, the answer is yes if you're smart about it. This video is going to show you how. But don't expect magic. There are no shortcuts to fluency. What we're talking about here is building a habit, something that fits into your life, doesn't feel heavy, and actually works. Let's start simple. Imagine you have 12 minutes a day. That's it. And no more. You're busy. Maybe you have work, school, or other things going on. You don't have hours to study grammar books or memorize long vocabulary lists. You just have 12 minutes. So the big question is, how do you use those 12 minutes in a way that actually brings results? The first thing to understand is this: 12 minutes of focused English is much more powerful than 30 minutes of distracted study. When we say focused, we mean really being present. No phone, no scrolling, no multitasking. Just you and the English. That small window of focus makes a huge difference. Now let's look at how to break down those 12 minutes. You don't have to follow the exact same plan every day. In fact, it's better to mix it up. But every 12-minute session should have at least one active element and one passive element. What does that mean? An active element is when you're doing something with English, speaking out loud, writing, or thinking in English. Passive element is when English is coming to you, you're listening, reading, or watching something in English. Combining both helps your brain connect the dots. So maybe 6 minutes active, 6 minutes passive. Or 8 and 4. Or maybe one day it's all listening. Another day it's all writing. That's totally fine. The goal is to stay flexible but consistent. Let's say today you want to focus on listening. Take 6 minutes and listen to a short English story, like the ones we have here on our channel. Don't worry about understanding every single word. Just listen. Let the sounds, the rhythm, the voice become familiar to your ears. That's passive learning. After that, spend 6 minutes doing something with what you just heard. Maybe repeat a few sentences out loud. Maybe write down some phrases you liked. Maybe close your eyes and try to repeat part of the story in your own words. That's active learning. It's simple. And it works. Another day, maybe you want to focus on vocabulary. But here's the trick. Don't try to learn long lists. Just pick 3 or 4 useful words. Not strange words you'll never use. Useful words. Everyday words. And learn them in a sentence, not alone. Instead of just learning the word weather, learn it like this. The weather is nice today. Repeat that sentence. Say it out loud. Change it. The weather is cold today. The weather is bad in winter. Now that word is connected to meaning, to grammar, to memory. It's not floating in your brain without context. You've built a little structure around it. That's how vocabulary grows. Now let's talk about speaking. A lot of beginners feel shy when speaking English. That's normal. But here's a good way to start. Speak to yourself. Really? No one's listening. Look around your room and describe things in English. This is my bed. That is a chair. I have a window. My books are on the table. These little sentences build confidence. You're not waiting for the perfect moment to speak. You're creating that moment for yourself. That's powerful. Another idea? Describe your day in English. What did you do today? Try this. I woke up early. I drank tea. I went to work. I came home. I watched a video. These are simple sentences, but they're your sentences. They're real. And when English becomes real, it becomes yours. Writing is another great tool. It doesn't need to be perfect. Just write a few lines. A message to yourself. A short diary. A list of things you want to do tomorrow. The goal is not to write like a poet. The goal is to practice thinking in English. The more you think in English, the faster your brain makes the switch from your native language. Let's also talk about grammar. Many beginners think grammar means long, boring rules. But grammar is really just patterns. And if you listen and read often, those patterns start to feel natural. But sure, a little grammar practice helps. So here's an idea. Focus on one structure a week. Maybe this week it's I am doing. Present continuous. So you try things like, I am learning English. I am watching a video. I am feeling better. That's it. Don't try to learn every tense in one day. Just repeat one structure until it becomes part of your speaking. Now let's go back to listening. This is one of the best ways to improve. But not just any listening. You need to listen to things you understand. Or at least things you mostly understand. That's called comprehensible input. Something is too hard, your brain gives up. Something is too easy, you get bored. But if it's just right, your brain starts connecting meaning, sound, and grammar without effort. That's the sweet spot. And our stories are made just like that, for your level. So if you're listening now, you're already doing the right thing. Let's talk about something many learners forget: repetition. Repeating is not boring. Smart. If you hear something once, your brain forgets. If you hear it 5 times, your brain starts to remember. That's how kids learn. They hear the same things over and over, and one day they say it themselves. You can do the same. Repeat a short video 3 days in a row. On the first day, just listen. On the second day, try to say some parts with the speaker. On the third day, pause and say the sentence before the speaker does. That's active listening. And it's extremely effective. Pronunciation is another area that can improve with just a few minutes a day. Choose one sound. Just one. Maybe the TH sound like in think or this. Practice words with that sound. Say them slowly. Then try saying them faster. Then try using them in sentences. I think it's good. This is my book. That is a thing I need. It doesn't take long. But it builds muscle memory. And little by little, your speaking becomes clearer. Now let's talk about goals. A lot of people say, I want to be fluent. But what does that really mean? Instead of thinking about fluency like a mountain, think of it like a road. The sentence you learn is one step. Each day of practice is one step. The road is long, yes, but you're moving. Every single 12-minute session is movement. You're not stuck. You're not waiting for a perfect time. You're doing the work. One last idea, make it fun. English doesn't have to feel like school. If you like music, listen to English songs. If you like stories, keep following our channel. If you like writing, start a mini blog or just write to yourself. Language grows where there is interest. If you're curious, you'll go far. If you're bored, you'll quit. So find the joy in the journey. Laugh when you make mistakes. Be proud of small wins. Celebrate when you understand a phrase you didn't know last week. That's real progress. So now let's review what we've learned, but not with a list. Just remember these ideas. Focus beats time. Doing is better than just watching. Speaking to yourself is still speaking. Repetition is powerful. Understanding is more important than knowing every word. And 12 minutes is enough if you're smart about it. You don't need magic. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be consistent. If you made it this far in the video, you've already done your first 12 minutes. And that's a big deal. That's one more step down the road. And guess what? We're here with you every step of the way. If you found this helpful, please share it with someone who's also learning English. Your support helps our channel grow. Leave a comment and tell us how you plan to use your 12 minutes today. We read every comment. Don't forget to subscribe, like the video, and tap the bell so you don't miss tomorrow's lesson. 'Cause yes, we post new videos every single day. See you in the next one.